I have to do this now. I've said before, haven't I? This is the Eight of Pentacles, right? Hard working, head down, right? I've said before, haven't I? If you don't do something straight away, you know, that like that firefly energy, when you get it, if you don't do it, then you know what I mean, it can go and you have to wait maybe for ages before it comes back. So I'm doing this at 8 in the morning. I've been up since 4:30, and my clock said 4:30, and then there was something wrong with the time. It was like I'd woke up in a totally different place, because I thought 4:30, and I didn't know what time it was. It was I didn't know whether it was AM or PM. That's how much time you don't care about. When I looked, anyway, it was AM, but then it was set on Dublin time 3 o'clock or something like that. It was all ballsed up. Anyway, first thing on the morning, I can do without all that bloody time. Shit. Anyway, so what it was, right, this Eight of Pentacles that they've said to me, right, showed me, pulled me towards. It's just to remind us of like a work ethic, right? Well, this is how it started off. And I've added a few things extra, because especially the last few years, you know, I've always said your best is good enough. And when you say that, people just say, oh yeah, whatever, you know. But really, when you think about it, do you know what I mean? Your best is good enough. It really is. Do you know what I mean? I mean, what do you, here's a revelation if you want a revelation, right? What do you give your best to? You know what I mean? What thing, person, whatever, right? What do you give your best to? And that's for you to investigate yourself. So, you know what I mean? It's just on about being, you know, if you know you're doing your best, that's good enough. That's what they're trying, the message to get over. I mean, do you know, think of all the people that you work with. Think how many, right, you knew who didn't do their best as well, right? Think on that. When they don't do their best as well, it makes it harder for everybody else, including themselves, right? It makes them miserable. And whatever work I focus on, whatever you put your focus on, if you've got passion for it, right? I like a challenge, so this is why I've been given like this, whatever I'm doing, right? It's because it is a challenge for me to recognise and explain and talk about, you know, feelings, because an Aquarian's not really like that. You know, we can come across as aloof, and I'll come back to that in a minute, because what it is, it's like my work ethic at the moment is like, I'm like the magpie, right? And I'm searching for shiny things to bring back to the nest to share in this tree, in my hanging out tree here. This is where I love to hang out. And if you look at this card, you know what it reminds me of? First off, these are all guides, right? These shuttlecockers, what I was calling shuttlecocks, they're all guides. This house here is representative. You, they have tears too. You are on fire, or you will be on fire. This is your, you know, you're passionate about something. And this is the tears and sweat that, you know, this Eight of Pentacles is about being hard working, nose down. You're not listening, you won't listen to no shit from nobody, right? You're just fully immersed in the details of something. That's how you get, right, with a passion. You just get immersed and time goes. So I know I'm touching on time, there's something else about time, but I'm not doing it in here. So that's what I'm like. And then I've looked at this, and do you know what this looks like to me? Do you know the penny falls in the arcades where you had to get them like that, and you had to get them in, oh God, you had to get them not to touch the lines. Now, there's eight there, but there's 10 skulls. It's just like in this deck, there's, on one of the sevens, there's like 7 7 fishes and then a half of a fish hidden in the clouds. It's like the secret's hidden, and you know what I mean? Everywhere, messages everywhere for you to delve into if you want to, right? Which a lot of yous are now, do you know what I mean? And a lot of yous will. So, where were we up to? I'm like this magpie. Right, because just before I started this, right, there's 2 birds tweeting. It's like that magpie that keeps coming out here, that finds her and then she goes, finds her and then she goes. And I can see, I can see one, but the other one's hidden. But they're both speaking to each other. Do you know what I mean? They're both singing to each other. They can hear each other. They might not be able to see each other, but they can hear each other though. Do you know what I mean? Because they're connected spiritually, right? It's telepathy, and it first might be just like a feeling, do you know what I mean? Or it may be, if you're used to be getting messages, it'll be something that like you're a true masculine would say to you, do you know what I mean? And I don't mean soppy, I mean to take the mick as well, do you know what I mean? You do out yourself eventually. And what I'm getting to is this penny falls, right? The penny drops, which this morning I've come to the conclusion, and I've been mulling it over, the masculines, the twin flame masculines, right? They know more. I think they remember you, right? This just shocks them, and I think he has other things to tell you, yeah? Like, he remembers the other lifetimes, what you can't quite grasp, and he has to convince you. If it changes, I'll let you know, but up to now, this is what I'm getting. He has to convince you that he is the real deal, right? So, there's some things, in a way that, like, some things that only you know, and some things he'll trigger memories in you, but you'll both know the feeling though, and some of you might think you can physically feel them. I believe you. So what I'm getting at here, right, is all these hidden things, all these pennies from heaven, all these pennies dropping, all this searching, all this looking for shiny things, all of this, right, that you delve into, whatever it is that you're doing, right? Don't forget that this is the age of Aquarius, and that's what I was saying. An Aquarian, right, we can come across as aloof, but, we deal with air and we deal with water, right, which is the emotions, but underneath an Aquarian energy lies a powerhouse of energy, right? And it's an authentic, raw emotions, and it wants to leave no stone unturned. That's what it's like. And this energy can change your mood, your thoughts, it can change your day, or it can change your world. And exactly what is happening now, the age of Aquarius is here to rock our world, and that is certainly happening. I think that was it. I think I've got it all for the time being. Thanks for listening. Those pennies are dropping. Yeah.